बोलिए श्री सत्यनारायण स्वामी महाराज की जय। बोलिए श्री गणेश भगवान महाराज की जय। बोलिए श्री लक्ष्मी देवी माता की जय। बोलिए श्री नवग्रह भगवान की जय। Blessed devotees, beautiful divine children of the light, once more this evening, on behalf of Guruma and I, we welcome all of you to the ashram this evening, where this evening, on behalf of Classic Radio, the voice of love and perfection, we invite you all to join us in the second evening of the Sri Satyanarayan Swami Vrat Katha Vidhi. The reading of the Katha, the performance of the pujans by Brahmachari Shivanand, and our Srotas were there, Romaji and Anisha. And so, to join with all of us and the beautiful Kirtan group, a very, very professional group of musicians. And so, I invite all of you to join us on behalf of Classic Radio for this evening's broadcast. Last evening, I read the first adhyay of the Satyanarayan Swami Vrat Katha, where Narad Muni, seeing the plight of humanity and seeing the plight of all human beings on the face of this earth in the age of Kali Yuga, Narad Muni went to the abode of Lord Vishnu. And in humility and in honesty and sincerity, he requested from Lord Vishnu a solution to man's problems on the face of this earth. And so, in the Katha last evening, we looked at the interest that an individual must have for the welfare and the well-being, not just himself, but the welfare and the well-being of his friends, his families, his country, and by extension, the world. Last evening, we looked at Naimisharan, the World Parliament. We looked at the medium of communications. We look at the openness of discussions. All these various things which must take place to enhance the life of oneself and human beings. And so this evening, Lord Vishnu begins to explain, as Sudji Maharaj explains to all the rishis and munis, of the people who performed the Sri Satyanarayan Swami Vrat Katha. And I will explain to you this evening a very important point in this evening's Katha. Devotees, on behalf of Guru Mai and myself, I welcome all of you, listeners and viewers of Classic Radio. I welcome all of you this evening to the second evening of Classic Radio's promotion of Dharma to the form of Sanatan Dharma, in which we read in its detail, as a request of Mr. Kamal Ratan and members of his staff who are here, we read in detail for you something that which is not heard all the time. People are accustomed to hearing Ramayana and Shiv Puran and Bhagavad and so on, but very few take the time to enjoy the beauty of the Satyanarayan Swami Vrat Vidhi. This evening, I will read the second chapter, Dhusri Adha, Dhusri Adhyay, for all of you. With the grace and the blessings of Lord Vishnu, be it all. Boliye Sri Satyanarayan Swami Maharaj ki Jai, Lakshmi Mata ki Jai, Ganesh Bhagwan ki Jai, Navagrah Bhagwan ki Jai. Devotees, may we all please stand and clasp hands in prayer and in pujan. Harihi Om. Sri Ganesh Bhagavan Abhyo Namo Namah. Sri Saraswati Devi Mata Ebhyo Namo Namaha. Om Sri Guru Charana Kamaliyebhyo Namo Namaha. Sri Radha Rani Devi Mata Ebhyo Namo Namah. Devotees, as we join in prayer, I begin this evening with these words that I wish to share with all of you. And it is important that you understand this as you join me in prayer. Hinduism teaches us that health does not come from nutritious foods, vitamins, and medicine alone. Think of this. Health does not come from nutritious foods, vitamins, and medicine alone. But good health comes from peace of mind, peace in the heart, and peace in the soul. Three things. Good health comes from peace of mind, peace in the heart, and peace in the soul. And what makes it even much better is that it is magnified by laughter, love, and faith in God. Faith in God. And this is what Dhusri Adhyaya of the Satyanarayana Swami Vrat Katha is about this evening. How health comes from peace of mind, peace in the heart, and peace in the soul at all times. In this way, the human being becomes more peaceful and becomes a better human soul. With hands clasped, join me. For those of you who are viewing me on Krishnam, El Socorro Hindu Temple, Facebook's page. For those of you who are viewing me across the globe via the airways of Classic Radio, I invite you now to join with me in prayer. Hari Om. Sri Ganesh Bhagavan Abhyo Namo Namah. Sri Saraswati Devi Mata Ebhyo Namo Namah. Sri Guru Charana Kamalebhyo Namo Namaha. Sri Radha Rani Devi Mata Ebhyo Namo Namaha. Yam Brahma Vedanta Vidu Varante Param Pradhanam Purusham Tatanye Vishwagate Karamahishwaram Ma Tasmai Vakaraya Hari Om Namah Shivaya. Siddhi Buddhi Prade Devi Bhukti Mukti Pradayani Mantra Murti Sada Devi Mahalakshmi Namostute. Om Ekadhantaya Vaktradundaya Dhimahi Tanno Dhanti Prachodayat. Om Sri Gam Ganapatayebhyo Namo Namaha. Arishtani Panashanti Dhuritani Bhayani Cha Shantirastu Subhamrastu Grihana Sanvantu Mangalam. Iti Sri Navagradevtayebhyo Namo Namah. Shuklam Varadhanam Vishnum Shashivarnam Chaturbhujam Prashanna Varno Dhyaya Sarva Vigno Vashantaye. Sarva Vigno Vashantaye. May the blessings of Sri Satyanarayan Swami be with you all, as I invite you all to join me in the invocation arti this moment. Narayan Karu Namayik Sharanam Jai Lakshmi Pati Vishnu Sharanam Jai Narayan Karuna Mayik Sharanam Jai Lakshmi Pati Vishnu Sharanam Narayan Karuna Mayik Sharanam Jai Lakshmi Pati Vishnu Sharanam Jai Please come and offer your arti. विपत्ति हमारे तुमने सारे, विपत्ति हमारे तुमने सारे, शोक मिटाए भव भय हारे, शोक मिटाए भव भय हारे, परम पिता परमेश्वर शरणम ओ परम पिता परमेश्वर शरणम शरणम नारायण करुणामय शरणम जय लक्ष्मी पति विष्णु शरणम जय जय सत्यनारायण भगवान की जय, महाविष्णु भगवान की जय। संपत्ति पाए सब मन चाहे, संपत्ति पाए सब मन चाहे, भक्त जनों के लाज बचाए, भक्त जनों के लाज बचाए, दीन बंधु जगदीश्वर शरणम ओ दीन बंधु जगदीश्वर शरणम शरणम नारायण करुणामय शरणम जय लक्ष्मी पति विष्णु शरणम नारायण करुणामय शरणम जय लक्ष्मी पति विष्णु शरणम जय। जय 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 परमेश्वर शरणम जय 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 परमेश्वर शरणम जय 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 लक्ष्मीपति शरणम जय 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 लक्ष्मीपति शरणम जय 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 परमेश्वर शरणम जय 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 लक्ष्मीपति शरणम बोलो नारायण करुणामय शरणम जय लक्ष्मीपति विष्णु शरणम नारायण करुणामय शरणम जय लक्ष्मीपति विष्णु शरणम जय 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 परमेश्वर शरणम जय 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 लक्ष्मीपति शरणम जय 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 परमेश्वर शरणम जय 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 लक्ष्मीपति शरणम नारायण करुणामय शरणम नारायण करुणामय शरणम जय लक्ष्मीपति विष्णु शरणम जय लक्ष्मीपति विष्णु शरणम बोलो जय लक्ष्मीपति विष्णु शरणम जय लक्ष्मीपति विष्णु शरणम विपत्ति हमारे तुमने सारी विपत्ति हमारे तुमने सारे शोक मिटाए भव भय हारे शोक मिटाए भव भय हारे परम पिता परमेश्वर ओ परम पिता परमेश्वर शरणम शरणम नारायण करुणामय शरणम नारायण करुणामय शरणम बोलिए श्री महाविष्णु भगवान की जय. Please join your hands together in prayer. And this evening, on behalf of Classic Radio, I want to extend courtesies to a few very, very dedicated people, friends, relatives, and associates of Classic Radio. Firstly, from New York, I want to send greetings and blessings to Patsy, Raj, Seema, Amit and family, all of New York. Sitaram to all of you, Patsy and Raj and the family, Amit and the families, Seema, Sitaram to all of you in New York this evening. And then from Florida, Kamini, Karl, Nain, Savi, Karuna, and the rest of the family. On behalf of Kamal Ratan and his dedicated members of staff, we wish to extend the blessings of Satyanarayan Swami and this evening's puja to those of you in New York and those of you in Florida. We offer prayer. May the blessings of Mother Lakshmi be with them. Shantakaram bhujagashainam Paramanabhyam suresham Vishwadharam gaganasadrisham Meghavarnam subhangyam Lakshmikantam kamalaneynam Yogi Vidhyana Gamyam Vande Vishnu Bhavaiharanam Sarvaloke Kanatanam Sarvaloek Kanatanam. बोलिए श्री सत्यनारायण स्वामी महाराज की जय, लक्ष्मी माता की जय. Blessings to all the family members in New York and in Florida. The grace of Lakshmi Mata be with you all. Sabko jai jai Sitaram. Please take your seats, devotees. As I invite all of you who are viewing us and listening to us, as Brahmachari Shivanand will now commence our pujan, let me begin this evening with this beautiful bhajan that I wish to dedicate to these families in New York and in Florida. तेरे द्वार खरा भगवान न हो। ओ, ओ, at your door, God is standing. Take this opportunity to fill His bath. Your gift to Him will be a kindness to remember forever. तेरे द्वारिक रा भगवान भगत भर तेरे जोरी, ओ भगत भर तेरे जोरी। तेरा होगा भरा एहसान की जुग जुग तेरी रहे ये शान, भगत भर तेरे जोरी। तेरे द्वारिक रा भगवान भगत भर तेरे जोरी, ओ भगत भर तेरे जोरी हो। डोल उठी है सारी धरती देख कर, डोला गगन है सारा। डोल उठी है सारी धरती देख कर, डोला गगन है सारा। भीख मांगने आए तेरे घर, जगत का पालनहारा रे, जगत का पालनहारा। मैं आज तेरा मेहमान कर ले रे, मुझसे जरा पहचान, भगत भर तेरी जोरी। तेरे द्वारिक रा भगवान भगत भर तेरे जोरी, ओ भगत भर तेरे जोरी हो। आज जलूता तेरे सरबते अपना, मान ले कहीं ना मेरा। आज जलूता तेरे सर्वस्व अपना, मान ले कहीं ना मेरा। मिट जाएगा पल में तेरा, जन्म जन्म का फेरा रे, जन्म जन्म का फेरा। तू छोड़ सकल अभिमान, अमर कल रे ले तू अपना ध्यान, भगत भर तेरे जोरी। तेरे द्वारिक रा भगवान भगत भर तेरे जोरी, ओ भगत भर तेरे जोरी। तेरा होगा भरा एहसान कि जुग जुग तेरी रहे ये शान, भगत भर तेरे जोरी, भगत भर तेरे जोरी, भगत भर तेरे जोरी। तेरे द्वारिक रा भगवान न हो। ओ, ओ, Lord, fill these hands of mine, that I may never journey in this world with my hands empty ever again. Let my hands be filled because of my mind. And when my mind becomes filled and enriched, O Lord, I shall always have the wealth of myself to give with others. Darshan of Lord Vishnu be with all. Please join now in beautiful bhajan, kirtan, Ralph Khandar and Bisham Paisi.
भजले हरि गोविंदा भजले कृष्ण मुकुंदा भजले हरि गोविंदा भजले हरि गोविंदा भजले कृष्ण मुकुंदा भजले हरि गोविंदा भजन करो सत्संग से रामायण बताना भजन करो सत्संग से रामायण बताना इस संसार की माया में समल समल पग ढरना भजले हरि गोविंदा भजले हरि गोविंदा भजले कृष्ण मुकुंदा भजले हरि गोविंदा काम क्रोध मद लोभ को ज्ञान न लभी काना काम क्रोध मद लोभ को ज्ञान न लभी काना समल समल पग हरि गोविंदा भजले हरि गोविंदा भजले कृष्ण मुकुंदा भजले हरि गोविंदा भजले हरि गोविंदा भजले कृष्ण मुकुंदा भजले हरि गोविंदा भजले हरि गोविंदा भजले हरि गोविंदा
भजो मन हरि हरो सुमिरो मन नारायण भजो मन हरि हरो सुमिरो मन नारायण भजो मन हरि हरो सुमिरो मन नारायण नारायण हरि और वो नारायण हरि ओम श्रीमन्नारायण हरि ओम। भजुमन सूरज भजुमन चंदा भजुमन सूरज भजुमन चंदा भजुमन पवर सुमे सुमिरो मन नारायण भजुमन पवर सुमे सुमिरो मन नारायण नारायण हरि ओम श्रीमन्नारायण हरि हरि बोल
नारायण हरि ओम श्रीमन्नारायण हरि ओम। जय
भजुमन सीता भजुमन रामा
भजुमन सीता भजुमन रामा
भजुमन सीता भजुमन रामा
भजुमन सीता भजुमन रामा
हनु हनु हनुमत बे सुमिरो मन नारायण हनु बे सुमिरो मन
नारायण
नारायण हरि ओम श्री नारायण हरि ओम नारायण हरि ओम
जय नारायण हरि ओम।
भजुमन घोरी और गणेशा भजुमन घोरी
और गणेशा
भजुमन गौरी और गणेशा भजुमन
गौरी और गणेशा
भजुमन शिव सुमिर मन नारायण भजुमन शिव हरि ओम
सुमिर मन नारायण
नारायण हरि ओम
जय जय नारायण हरि ओम।
नारायण हरि ओम श्रीमन्नारायण हरि ओम
नारायण हरि ओम शिव नारायण हरि ओम।
भजुमन तुलसी भजुमन चंदन
भजुमन तुलसी भजुमन चंदा
भजुमन तुलसी भजुमन चंदन
भजुमन तुलसी भजुमन चंदन
भजुमन कृष्ण गोपाल सुमिर मन नारायण भजुमन कृष्ण गोपाल सुमिर मन नारायण नारायण हरि ओम
जय जय नारायण
हरि
हरि बोलो बोलो
नारायण हरि ओम
जय जय नारायण हरि
ओम नारायण हरि ओम
जय जय नारायण हरि ओम। बोलो
नारायण हरि ओम श्रीमन्नारायण हरि ओम नारायण हरि ओम श्रीमन्नारायण हरि ओम नारायण हरि ओम श्रीमन्नारायण हरि ओम।
श्री महाविष्णु भगवान की जय।
नारायण वासुदेव नारायण वासुदेव नारायण वासुदेवा नाथ नारायण वासुदेवा हरि सुंदर नंद मुकुंद नारायण हरि ओम हरि केशव हरि गोविंद नारायण हरि ओम 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 हरि केशव हरि केशव हरि केशव हरि गोविंद हरि नारायण हरि बोल हरि केशव हरि गोविंद हरि नारायण हरि हरि बोल हरि सुंदर नंद मुकुंद हरि नारायण हरि ओम 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 हरि केशव हरि केशव हरि केशव हरि गोविंद हरि नारायण हरि
हरि केशव हरि गोविंद हरि नारायण हरि ओम
हरि सुंदर नंद मुकुंद हरि नारायण हरि हरि बोल
हरि सुंदर नंद मुकुंद हरि नारायण हरि ओम
वनमाली मुरलीधरी गोवर्धन गिरिवरधरी वनमाली मुरलीधरी गोवर्धन गिरिवरधरी नित नित कर माखन चोरी गोवन हरि नित नित कर माखन चोरी गोपी मनहारे हरि सुंदर नंद मुकुंद हरि नारायण हरि ओम हरि केशव हरि गोविंद हरि नारायण हरि ओम वनमाली मुरलीधरी गोवर्धन गिरिवरधरी वनमाले मुरलीधरी गोवर्धन गिरिवरधरी नित नित कर माखन चोरी गोपी मनारे आओ रे कान्हा रे गोकुल के प्यारे आओ रे कान्हा रे गोकुल के प्यारे आओ रे नाचो रे रस रुचावो रे गावो रे नाचो रे रस रुचावो रे हरि सुंदर नंद मुकुंद हरि नारायण हरि हरि बोल हरि केशव हरि गोविंद हरि नारायण हरि हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेवा नारायण वासुदेवा हे नाथ नारायण सुरे हरि हरि सुंदर हरि सुंदर हरि सुंदर नंदम हरि नारायण हरि नारायण हरि नारायण हरि नारायण हरि नारायण हरि हरि केशव हरि केशव हरि केशव हरि गोविंद हरि नारायण हरि हरि केशव हरि केशव हरि गोविंद हरि नारायण हरि ओम हरि सुंदर नंदम हरि नारायण हरि ओम हरि सुंदर नंदम हरि नारायण हरि ओम हरि केशव हरि गोविंद हरि नारायण हरि ओम हरि केशव हरि गोविंद हरि नारायण हरि ओम।
बोलिए श्री सुंदर भगवान महाराज की जय। दूसरों का दुखरा दूर करने वाले तेरे दुख दूर करेंगे राम। किए जतु जग में भलाई का काम तेरे दुख दूर करेंगे राम। डिवोटीज, धूसरों का दुखरा दूर करने वाले तेरे दुख दूर करेंगे राम। किए जा तू जग में भलाई का काम तेरे दुख दूर करेंगे राम। The Lord directly responds to remove the pains of those who relieve the pains of others. Therefore, keep on doing good, and God shall remove your pains and sorrows. Please sing with me. दूसरों का दुखरा दूर करने वाले तेरे दुख दूर करेंगे राम। ये जतु जग में भला एक काम तेरे दुख दूर करेंगे राम। दूसरों का दुखरा दूर करने वाले तेरे दुख दूर करेंगे राम। ये जदु जग में भला एक काम तेरे दुख दूर करेंगे राम। दूसरों का दुखरा दूर करने वाले तेरे दुख दूर करेंगे राम। साचा काहे धर्म के मागर चमल समल चलना प्राणी। पग पग पर है यहाँ के खासे थे कदम कदम पर कुर्बानी। मगर चुटावा डोलना होना तेरे सब भी रख रहेंगे राम। दूसरों का दुखरा दूर करने वाले तेरे दुख दूर करेंगे राम। ये जग जग में भलाई का काम
तेरे दुख दूर करेंगे राम। दूसरों का दुख दूर करने वाले तेरे दुख दूर करेंगे राम। क्या तूने पाया क्या तूने खोया, क्या तेरा लाभ न क्या हानि। इस कहे साभक रे घोर ईश्वर, तो क्यों फिकर करे प्राणी। तू बस अपना काम किए जा, तेरे भंडार
भरेंगे राम। दूसरों का दुख दूर करने वाले तेरे दुख दूर करेंगे राम। ये जग में भलाई काम तेरे दुख दूर करेंगे राम। दूसरों का दुख दूर करने वाले तेरे दुख दूर करेंगे राम।
दूसरों का दुख दूर करने वाले तेरे दुख दूर करेंगे राम। पूछ ले अपना आंसू तमाम तेरे दुख दूर करेंगे राम। पूछ ले तो अपने आंसू तमाम तेरे दुख दूर करेंगे राम। दूसरों का दुख दूर करने वाले तेरे दुख दूर करेंगे राम। तेरे दुख दूर करेंगे राम। तेरे दुख दूर करेंगे राम। पूछ ले तू अपने आंसू तमाम तेरे दुख दूर करेंगे राम।
Help others. Wipe away their tears and continue your selfless work. पूछ ले तू अपने आंसू तमाम, to relieve the distress of others. तेरे दुख दूर करेंगे राम. God in turn will remove all your sorrows. क्या तूने पाया क्या तूने खोया, क्या तेरा लाभ है क्या हानि. What have you gained and what have you lost? इसका हिसाब करे वो ईश्वर, तो क्यों फिकर करे प्राणी. What have you gained, what have you lost? The decision will be taken by God, oh man. तू बस अपने काम किएगा. Continue to do good, and the Lord will continue to fill your treasury. तेरे भंडार भंडार भरेंगे राम. The Lord will fill your treasury, the treasury of your mind. This is why I said to you this evening, I began by saying to every one of you this evening, health does not come from nutritious food, vitamins and medicine alone. But the healthy state of living comes from peace of mind, peace in the heart and peace in the soul. These are the three things that builds a healthy state of existence. Peace of mind, peace in the heart, and peace in the soul. Peace in the soul it comes from. And this is aided by laughter, love, and faith in God. The Sri Satyanarayan Swami Vrat Katha this evening, Du Saruk Dukhra Dur Karne Wale. I sang that to remind you all the theme of this evening. Every action has a reaction. The law of Newton. Every act brings with it a reaction. And in your life, in our lives, and in the lives of each and every one of us, my dear devotees, my dear friends, my dear viewers, my dear listeners, every act that we perform, every act that we do, will grow into a plant and will at sometimes mature. Just as we would plant a flower, or we will plant a seed, or whatever we will so plant. As we take care of it and we nurture it and we grow it and we culture it. And once we take care of it properly, it will yield some result. Just as if I take the lights off in the temple, it will become dark. And just as if I put it back on, it will become bright. In the same way, Isaac Newton discovered that this is the law of nature. And Hinduism, before Newton, Hinduism promoted and proposed the understanding that man's destiny lies in his own hands. You see, Hinduism is a science. It's a science, you know. A science of nature's fundamental laws. This is where Hinduism originated from nature, amongst nature. This is why the 80,000 rishis and munis were sitting with the Guru Sudji Maharaj in Netya, in Naimisharan, the Hindu parliament. And what were they discussing? They were not just discussing Sri Satyanarayan Swami Vrat Katha or Narad's sojourn at the feet of Lord Vishnu. No. They were discussing the human aspect of karma, act, action and reaction. For every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction. This is what they were discussing. The plight of man in Kali Yuga is as a result of one's own actions, and how one should change the direction of the course of one's action, and how any one of us in any state of suffering, how we should change this. And this is what the science of Satyanarayan Swami Vrat Katha is about, which I will share with you this evening. But first, let us honor Sri Satyanarayan Swami Bhagwan Maharaj with the act of love that will bring the fruits of joy and happiness. Please stand as we offer prasad.
तुम हो देव दया के सागर, तुम हो देव दया के सागर, अब उद्धार करो, बेड़ा पार करो, ओ बेड़ा पार करो। हे सत्यनारायण स्वामी हमरे दुख हरो, बेड़ा पार करो, बेड़ा पार करो। सत्यनारायण स्वामी हमरे दुख हरो,
बेड़ा पार करो, बेड़ा पार करो।
हो देव दया के सागर, तुम हो देव दया के सागर, अब उद्धार करो,
बेड़ा पार करो, बेड़ा पार करो।
ओम ब्रह्म अर्पणम ब्रह्मावि ब्रह्म गुणो ब्रह्मणाहुतम ब्रह्मेव तेन गंतव्य ब्रह्म कर्मा समाधि। अजर अमर अविचल अविनाशी, घट घट के वासी, प्रभु तुम घट घट के वासी। जन्म जन्म से तुम्हारे दरस के अखिया है प्यासी, प्रभु जी अखिया है प्यासी। सत्य सनातन परम ब्रह्म हरि, सत्य सनातन परम ब्रह्म हरि, हम पर कृपा करो, बेड़ा पार करो, बेड़ा पार करो। Everyone, lift your voices with me. हे सत्य नारायण स्वामी, हमरे तो कहरो, ओ बेड़ा पार करो, ओ बेड़ा पार करो। श्री सत्यनारायण भगवान महाराज की जय। Blessed devotees, please join me in what I described last evening as the most beautiful arati on the face of this earth. Please join me in this. Jai Lakshmi Ramana Swami, Jai Lakshmi रमना स्वामी, जय लक्ष्मी रमना। सत्यनारायण स्वामी, सत्यनारायण स्वामी, जनपातक हरना। जय लक्ष्मी रमना, जय लक्ष्मी रमना, जय लक्ष्मी रमना स्वामी, जय लक्ष्मी रमना स्वामी, जय लक्ष्मी रमना। सत्यनारायण स्वामी, सत्यनारायण स्वामी, जनपातक हरना। जय लक्ष्मी रमना। रतन जरत सिंहासन, अद्भुत छवि राजे स्वामी, अद्भुत छवि राजे। नारद कहत निरंजन, नारद कहत निरंजन, घंटा धूम बाजे। जय लक्ष्मी रमना, जय लक्ष्मी रमना
स्वामी जय लक्ष्मी रमना स्वामी जय लक्ष्मी रमना सत्यनारायण स्वामी सत्यनारायण स्वामी जनपातक हरना जय लक्ष्मी रमना
दुर्बल भील कथीर जन पर कृपा करे स्वामी
जन पर कृपा करे
चंद्रचूड़
एक राजा चंद्रचूड़ एक राजा
जानकी विपत हरे ओम जय लक्ष्मी रमना जय लक्ष्मी रमना
स्वामी जय लक्ष्मी रमना
स्वामी जय लक्ष्मी रमना जनपातक सुख हरना जनपातक सुख हरना जय लक्ष्मी रमना हो जय लक्ष्मी रमना जय भव भक्ति के कारण चिन्ह चिन्ह रूप
धरो स्वामी चिन्ह चिन्ह रूप धरो
शारद धर्म की
शारद धरण की
जिनका कारज सरिया ओ जय लक्ष्मी रमना जय लक्ष्मी
रमना स्वामी जय लक्ष्मी रमना स्वामी जय लक्ष्मी रमना
सत्यनारायण स्वामी
सत्यनारायण स्वामी
जनपातक हरना
जय लक्ष्मी रमना
व्याय मनोरथ पाय श्रद्धा उजदीनी स्वामी श्रद्धा उजदीनी सो फल भोग्य प्रभु जी सो फल भोग्य प्रभु जी फिर स्तुति किनी जय लक्ष्मी रमना भव भक्ति के कारण चिन्ह चिन्ह रूप धरियो स्वामी
चिन्ह चिन्ह रूप धरियो
शारद धरण की जिनके कार्य सरिया हो
जय लक्ष्मी रमना
कबल भल संग राजा भन में भक्ति करे स्वामी भन में भक्ति करे मन वांछित फल दीनो मन वांछित फल दीनो दीन दयाल हारे ओ जय लक्ष्मी रमना चरहद प्रसाद सराओ काढ़ली फल मेवा स्वामी काढ़ली फल मेवा
धूप दीप तुलसी से, धूप दीप तुलसी से,
राधे सतदेवा। ओ जय लक्ष्मी रमना। श्री सत्यनारायण की आरती।
जो कोई घर गावे स्वामी, जो कोई नर गावे।
कहत शिवानंद स्वामी,
कहत शिवानंद स्वामी,
वन पंचित
पल पावे।
जय लक्ष्मी रमना। जय लक्ष्मी रमना। जय लक्ष्मी रमना। बोले श्री महादेवी लक्ष्मी माता की जय। सत्यनारायण स्वामी महाराज की जय। हरि ओम। सिद्धि बुद्धि प्रदे देवी, भुक्ति मुक्ति प्रदायिनी, मंत्र मूर्ति सदा देवी महालक्ष्मी नमस्तुते। ओम एकदन्ताय वक्रतुण्डाय धीमहि तन्नो धन्ति प्रचोदयात्। गं गणपतेभ्यो नमो नमः। नारायणाय विद्महे वसुदेवाय धीमहि तन्नो विष्णु प्रचोदयात्। तन्नो विष्णु प्रचोदयात्। ओम श्री सर्वेषां स्वस्तिर्भवतु, सर्वेषां मंगलं भवतु, सर्वेषां पूर्णं भवतु, सर्वेषां शांतिर्भवतु। श्री सत्यनारायण भगवान महाराज की जय। सबको जय जय सीताराम। Please take your seats, my dear devotees. My dear beautiful souls, my dear beautiful children of the light, my dear beautiful families, my dear beautiful viewers, listeners, beautiful people. I'm certain that this evening you truly enjoyed once more the Sri Satyanarayan Swami Vrat Katha Arti. It's an Arti that symbolizes all the greatness of the universe. And so I was sung and chanted for all of you the divinity of this universe. So, in the Katha last evening, in the very closing of the Katha, नित्य आदि का अर्चन कर श्री सत्यनारायण भगवान का स्मरण कर समस्त समय व्याप्ति करे। इस तरह का व्रत करने पर मनुष्यों की इच्छा निश्चय है पूरी होती है। वशिष्ठ कर कल काल मैं भूमि पर यही मोक्षा का सरल उपाय है। Sri Vishnu Bhagwan, he says, if the puja is thus performed, it will bring fulfillment to one's wishes, particularly in the Kali Yuga. This puja brings all contentment. Sri Satyanarayan Swami ki Jai. And I end it by saying, the solution to all man's problem in this age of Kal Yuga, the Katha and the Puja to bring success to each and every one in this age of Kal Yuga, is the Sri Satyanarayan Swami Katha. The Rishis and Munis in Naimisharan, the 88,000 Rishis and Munis, hearing the explanation that Sutji Maharaj gave as to when Narad Muni went to Lord Vishnu, they then raised the question with Sutji Maharaj. Please tell us of anyone, of their experiences, of anyone who did this puja and what did they accomplish. In retrospect, it is about, if you fix your mind to do this puja, and if you do this puja with all the rites and rituals on the full moon, Ekadashi or any evening, and you adhere to all the regulations of the puja, you will so benefit even under the worst conditions. You see, when you hear this katha this evening, you will remember why I drew reference to Isaac Newton's theory, and why I say to you that Hinduism strives to evoke from every single human being the best qualities of karmas. And I gave you the example of, if you do good things, you will reap good things. If you do negative things, you will reap negative things. But if you inspire yourself, the objective is to inspire yourself. And in inspiring yourself, the fruits of your actions shall bear benefits to you. The bottom line is this, and I mentioned this briefly last night. Do your actions not in anticipation. Do your action for the sake of doing actions. Do your action for the sake of doing actions. Do good for the sake of doing good, not to do good for the sake of what will I get. If I do this for you, what will you give me? Don't bargain with God. If you go to God and you bargain with God, you will always be a beggar. If you go to God and you keep asking God, give me this, give me this, give me this, give me, I want this, I want this, I want this, I want this. You will always be, I want this, I want this, I want this, I want this. No. Go to God. He is the Supreme Being. Just as Narad went and the Lord knew what Narad wanted, so too, if you present yourself before the Lord, He knows what your desires and wishes are. You don't have to ask. But then live the life in conjunction with how you should live it. In service, in motivation, in self-upliftment. This is why I say to all of you, and it's one of the philosophies of my life, have no expectations or attachments with the fruits of your actions. Have none. Do your best. That's all I can tell you. Do your best and put your trust in God and leave the rest to Him. Do your best. You will hear in the Katha, but I'm explaining this to you. We must perform our actions to the best of our ability, with the full knowledge and understanding that what we are doing will bring its benefit to you and I and to us. The Katha begins. Please show your hands. Sri Satyanarayan Bhagwan Maharaj ki Jai. तुम हो देव दया के सागर, हाँ सबको, तुम हो देव दया के सागर, अब उद्धार करो, बेड़ा पार करो, ओ बेड़ा पार करो। ये
सत्यनारायण स्वामी हमरे दुख हरो, बेड़ा पार करो, बेड़ा पार करो।
जय
सत्यनारायण स्वामी हमरे दुख हरो, बेड़ा पार करो, बेड़ा पार करो।
दूसरा अध्याय, सेकंड चैप्टर। श्री सूत जी के बोले, सूत जी begins to speak to all the rishis, 88,000. हे ऋषियों, जिसने पहले समय में इस व्रत को किया है, उसका इतिहास कहता हो, धन्य से सुनो। सुंदर काशीपुरी नगरी में एक अति निर्धन ब्राह्मण रहता था। वह भूख और प्यास से भेजने हुआ नित्या के पृथ्वी पर घूमता था। ब्राह्मणों को प्रेम करने वाला भगवान ने ब्राह्मण को दुख देकर बुद्धे ब्राह्मण का रूप धर उसके पास जाकर आधार का साथ पहुंचा। Once in the city of Kashi, सुंदर काशीपुरी नगरी, there was a Brahmin, poor Brahmin, and who used to go from place to place begging. He was so poor, begging for a little morsel of food. And Lord Vishnu, seeing this poor man, Lord Vishnu appeared before him in the form of a stranger. And Lord Vishnu addressed him. He addressed him. सतनानंद ब्राह्मण के प्रभु जी, सत आनंद ब्राह्मण के प्रभु जी, तुमने कष्ट हरे, प्रभु जी तुमने कष्ट हरे, लाकर हरे भील के तुमने कारज सिधा करे, प्रभु जी कारज सिधा करे। है तूफानों में जीवन नैया, है तूफानों में जीवन नैया, तरपत ध्यान धरो, प्रभु जी तरपत ध्यान धरो।
बेड़ा पार करो, बेड़ा पार करो।
हे सत्यनारायण स्वामी हमारे दुख हरो, बेड़ा पार करो, बेड़ा पार करो, बेड़ा पार करो। जय। हे विप्रा, तू नित्य दुखिए है पृथ्वी पर को घूमता है। हे श्रेष्ठा ब्राह्मण, ये सब मुझसे कहो, मैं सुना चाहता हूं। कि ब्राह्मण बोले, मैं निर्धन ब्राह्मण हूं, भिक्षा के लिए पृथ्वी पर फिरता तो। हे भगवान, यदि आप इसका उपाय जयंते हो तो कृपा करके भेजो। वृद्धि ब्राह्मण बोले कि सत्यनारायण स्वामी भगवान मनोवंचित फल को देने वाला है, इसलिए हे ब्राह्मण तो उनका पूजन कर, जिसके करने से मनुष्यों सब दुखियों से मुक्ता होता है। बोले सत्यनारायण स्वामी की जय। तुम हो देव दया के सागर, तुम हो देव दया के सागर, अब उदार करो, बेड़ा पार करो, बेड़ा पार करो, बेड़ा पार करो। And so, plagued by acute hunger, this poor Brahmin used to wander about here and there, everywhere, and every day, aimlessly, without an aim, without an objective in life. Lord Vishnu took the form of an old man and appeared before the poor Brahmin. And he asked, "Friend, why are you wandering aimlessly?" The poor Brahmin joined in hand and he said, "Sir, I am very poor. I am a very poor man, unable to bear the pangs of hunger. I beg for alms. I beg for help. Sir, if you know a way out of this misery, please tell me." And he begged, "If you know a way out of this misery, please tell me." Whereupon Lord Vishnu, who was in the guise of an old man, replied, "O Brahman, Lord Satyanarayan grants his devotees wishes and removes their sorrows. So you should perform his puja and reap the benefits." Then Lord Vishnu explained the details of the Satyanarayan Vrat to the poor Brahman, and just as he came, he disappeared. Devotees, that night, the poor Brahmin immediately resolved to perform the puja. And after a sleepless night, he got up early in the morning and listened to what happened. Bole Sri Satyanarayan Dev Maharaj ki Jai. He Satyanarayan Swami हमरे दुख हरो, बेड़ा पार करो, बेड़ा पार करो। तुम हो देव दया के सागर, तुम हो देव दया के सागर, अब उद्धार करो, बेड़ा पार करो, ओ बेड़ा पार करो, ओ बेड़ा पार करो। जिस व्रत को वृद्धि ब्राह्मण ने बतलाया है, मैं उसको करूंगा। He could not sleep the night. There was sleepless night. He got up. ये निश्चय करने पर उसे रात में नींद भी नहीं आई। वह सवेरे उठा, श्री सत्यनारायण के व्रत के निश्चय कर भिक्षा के लिए चला। उस दिन उसको भिक्षा में बहुत सा धाम मिला, जिससे बंधु बंधावों के साथ उसने श्री सत्यनारायण की व्रत किया। इसके करने से वह ब्राह्मण दुखों से चुक कर अनेक प्रकार की संपत्तियों से युक्त है। उस समय से वह ब्राह्मण हर मास व्रत करने लगा। इस तरह सत्यनारायण भगवान की इस व्रत को जो करेगा, वह सब पापों से छूटकर मोक्ष को प्राप्त होगा। आगे जो पृथ्वी पर सत्यनारायण स्वामी व्रत करेगा, वह मनुष्यों सा दुखियों से छूट जाएगा। इस तारा नारद जी ने श्री नारायण का कहा हुए व्रत तुमसे कहा। बोलिए श्री सत्यनारायण भगवान महाराज की जय। तुम हो देव दया के सागर, तुम हो देव दया के सागर, अब उद्धार करो, बेड़ा पार करो, बेड़ा पार करो, बेड़ा पार करो, बेड़ा पार करो। बोले श्री महाविष्णु भगवान की जय। Devotees, beautiful katha, Let me explain this first. When Lord Vishnu appeared before the poor Brahmin, we must all understand that God appears to us. How did He appear to the Brahmin? In the form of an old man. And if we look around us carefully, we will see through other persons how God appears to us and gives and delivers to us His subtle messages. The Lord appeared before this Brahmin as an old man in disguise. Who is to say? I sang 2 bhajans. तेरे द्वार करा भगवान, भगत भर दे की एक जोगी. Who is to know who will come by that door, in what form, or how he will come in what form? But one has to be aware, and awareness is part and parcel of the foundation of a human existence. One has to be aware of the people around you. One has to be aware of the noble intent of people around you. And one has to be aware of the quality of life that people share with you while they are around you. Lord Vishnu came in the form of an old man, but he brought a message of virtue. Look for the good in all things and inspire yourselves by looking for the good. Even if things are negative, draw good from it. Draw good from it. So he couldn't sleep the night because he was drawing inspiration from his encounter. And he got up early in the morning, fixing his mind on Lord Vishnu and Satyanarayan Swami. And he went to beg for alms. His mind fixed only on one thing, namely the puja. And that day he had so much enthusiasm. That day his spirit was so much brighter. That day he had an infusion of energy in which he inspired himself. You see, the human being has to inspire your own self, maybe by the words or the advice of others, and you have to infuse a new energy level in yourself. And the old Brahmin, infusing this new energy level in himself, he went out and he asked and he begged and he asked for help in a positive way. He didn't go with his shoulders dropped. Please give me something to eat today. I'm begging, I'm hungry. No, he went, Bhayaji, I want to do the puja of the Bhagwan. And I want you to contribute towards the puja of the Bhagwan. Please give me something to benefit us all. And he found a way to express himself because he inspired his own self. This is why. Negativity in your mind breeds positivity in your actions. If you analyze the negativity, how it suppresses you, it will breed positivity. See, this is really, 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 really good psychology. So he went out with a positive trust. And that day he got a lot of money with which he brought fruits and milks and curd and honey and performed the puja with his relatives and his friends. And he called all the people. He wasn't selfish, he called them all. He called them all. Friends and relatives. This is why I said last night that Satyanarayan Swami Vrat Katha breaks down the barriers between people and bring all together on a common platform. Let me tell you this. As a little boy, when my Nana would do Satyanarayan Swami Vrat Katha on the full moon Katha, not this kind of jokey full moon Katha they have now. Serious thing I'm telling you about. My Aja used to read the Katha, my Nana and Nani would shoot us Kavita. And everybody, Krishna will come and they used to spread pal on the ground. They are not chanting, you know. Pal. I'm telling you about 300-400 people in Siparia, Old Road. Right? People from St. John Trace, Akbar Trace and so on. That's where I grew up. You know? Everybody sit down on the ground. Maras and Faras, they have the children sleeping on the ground in front of them. The whole family come in. All children coming. Maras patting the children and the baby. Do. Make them sleep, rocking them, some of them feeding them, breastfeeding them. You're laughing, Penny. Then Maras used to breastfeed the children right there. They had no restrictions. They're sitting right there. You know? And the Katha used to go on sometime until 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock in the night. And when the Katha finished, Anisha, we had a fellow called Babu Man Singh. Babu Man Singh walking with a heap of sahari leaf on his shoulder, Dulahin. And he giving a leaf to everybody to put in front of them. Listen to me, Terry. This is a joke, you know. Everybody family had one big, huge sahari leaf. And every family suddenly make a little circle around this leaf. And they had Prem and Siri. And Prem come in with a huge pot, steaming hot curry aloo. Lali, you talk about curry aloo, you smell it? And put in curry aloo on that leaf. Those days, there are no boss of shot and this and that, you know. Babu Man Singh and them fellas, them chani. You know to chani? I wonder how them tell them young one to where to chani. Eh? Roma, you know to chani? Oh. And they only chani in penny in ghee. Ghee, you know. And they rolling out Sohari by the hundreds. And they chani that, they throw it in the pot hot. And they have a scoop. A jharna, they call it. And they take up the Sohari and they put it. And they put it in a big box and they press it down to keep it soft and nice. Jerry, you're shaking your head, boy. You feel you could eat that now? I myself, boy. My mind go back to that. And they come and they put in a big stack of Sohari on that leaf for every family. And that hour, my Nana used to walk around. And he have a big pot with orange juice. He used to plant orange, cold orange juice. And you know where they're giving you that in? In a milk cup. Hundreds of milk cup. Yes, serious. And everybody, family getting 3-4 cup. And they sit down. You all think it's joke I'm telling you all. I'm not telling you a joke, you know. I'm telling you a serious thing that I grew up with. And this is how the village used to eat as one family. The village used to eat as one family. Mothers feeding the child, father feeding mother, mother feeding father. Family feeding neighbor. Nobody are watching where they eat. Everybody eating in union and harmony with themselves. And this is what the Brahmin did. He called everyone together and broke down the barriers. The barriers of class and creed and race and everything else and wealth and everything else. And brought everyone to one level playing field. That is what Satyanarayana Swami Vrat Katha does. It brings everyone to that level playing field. And so, the Brahmin, everyone began to look up to him. They began to look up to him. And everyone would wait in anticipation for when he would say, we'll have a next puja. And everyone will come. And so because of this, the Brahmin got pujas and pujas and pujas and he began to prosper in life. Why? Because every action has a reaction. What you do in this life, you will reap it not in the next life, you know. You reap it in the life now. And this is why the Brahmin had no expectations after that. He realized that his mission in life was to bring happiness to others and to make others happy and to lift others out of poverty as he was lifted out of poverty. And the mission statement was to lift yourselves out of the poverty that you place yourself in. And poverty is a state of the mind's consciousness. This is why I say to you, even positive, fruitful results are really up to our highest expectations. This is why, I say to you, have no expectations. Because when you have expectations, the expectations, if they are not achieved or fulfilled, it leads to frustrations. Have no expectations. Do things for the sake of doing it in a positive way. Do not look for what you're doing. The Lord will give you what you rightfully deserve. So that this Katha teaches us to reduce or decrease. The solution is to decrease our expectations and do our best without clinging to the desired results. Do our best. And this is why this evening I urge all of you, to consider carefully the quality of your actions and the benefits that your actions should derive. The Brahmin, a poor man, was advised by Lord Vishnu. The question is, did he only enrich his own spirit? He taught us that if we project the negative things, then we will remain in a negative slumber. But if we project the positive things, we will come out of the slumber. And what will happen to us? We will attain the state of true awareness. True awareness. That is what Lord Vishnu asked Narad Muni to tell the world. And then Sudji Maharaj telling this to them, the rishis asked him, is there anyone else who did this katha? And Sudji says, I will tell you what Narad said happened to this Brahmin who was advised by Lord Vishnu and what he did next. Bole Sri Satyanarayana Swami Maharaj ki Jai. Do your best in this life and leave the rest. Just do your best and leave the rest. Don't worry about anything else. Just do. In this life, we must always perform our actions to the best of our abilities, with full knowledge that whatever we do will bear fruits. And understand this. The hands that pray are worth 10 times more than the lips that pray. So in closing this evening, I say to you, what fruits they will bear, and when that fruit will be born out of the nobility of our own hands. The Brahmin, advised by Lord Vishnu, Sab koi jai jai Sitaram. I thank all of you for joining me this evening in Dusra Adhyay, the second chapter. Tomorrow I'll read again the concluding part of this Adhyay. Tomorrow evening we will have a special Satnarayan Swami Puja, Navagrah Puja, Ganesh Puja, Lakshmi Puja, Vishnu Bhagwan Puja, Tulsi Puja. We have to get 5 people, Guru Mai. One have to offer the puja and prasad to Ganesh. One has to offer the prasad to Lakshmi. One has to offer the prasad to Tulsi. One has to offer the prasad to Navagrah Devta. So you have to have 5 share prasad to offer tomorrow evening. And anyone else who wants to come and offer prasad, please bring your prasad and come. Tomorrow, the Bedi and so on will be changed, the different settings for this puja. And tomorrow evening, for those of you who will come, please bring a thali with rice in it. Fill it reasonably. Put 5 25-cent pieces right wrong in the thali. 5 25-cent piece. You can get a kalsa or you can get a nice lota from your home and shine it properly and so on. You know? And you get a coconut. 1 coconut. You could get the coconut with the churki, or you could get the regular coconut. Clean it, wash it clean properly and bring it. Pull out the straws and so on, and bring it. And get a red raksha and tie it around the neck of the kalsa, the neck of the lota. And bring 1 diya to light in front of that lota. And when you come, we will say the prayers for you. We will put the tilak on the coconut for you. The operational manager will show you, put the water in the lota, put the mango leaf. You have to bring a 5-sprang mango leaf. You put a strand of doob grass, you put a bale pot leaf, you put a neem leaf. And you come and we will do your puja for you. And we will bless that for you on the occasion of Kartik Purnima. And you will take that in your home and you will leave it in your home for 6 months as a blessings of Satyanarayan Swami. We will bless your homes with all prosperity and all wealth. Tomorrow evening, I will also explain to you why and how important it is to always have a kalash with a coconut, a dry coconut on it, fully stapan and blessed in your home at all times. At all times. And I will also tell you and remind you tomorrow evening, to put a lemon in a glass of water. And wherever you put this kalash, and wherever you put the thali, put it on the side of the thali. And leave it. Every 14 days, for the 6 months, every 14 days, change the water and change the lemon. And your home will always be blessed with the positive attributes of life. God bless you all. Bole Sri Satyanarayan Bhagwan ki Jai. Before Purnahuti and before singing the final Arti, I want to thank Anisha this evening. Satyanarayan Swami Vrat Katha Beti. You must feed people. So I want to thank Anisha and Mickey for providing for us this evening refreshments and so on. So when we finish, prasad and refreshments will be served at the annex in the back. God bless you all. Please stand, Purnahuti and Arti. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purna Mudachyate Purnasya Purnamadhaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Sri Sargum Vai Purnambhyo Namah. Om Sri Sargum Vai Purnambhyo Namah. Om Sri Sargum Vai Purnambhyo Namo Namah. Swaha. बोलिए श्री अगिल भगवान महाराज की जय. सबको आरती. जय लक्ष्मी रमना स्वामी जय लक्ष्मी रमना,
स्वामी जय लक्ष्मी रमना, सत्यनारायण स्वामी, सत्यनारायण स्वामी, जनपातक हरना, ओम जय लक्ष्मी रमना। हरि
रतन जरत सिंहासन अद्भुत छविराजे,
स्वामी अद्भुत छविराजे, नारद करत निराजन, नारद करत निराजन, घंटा ध्वनि बाजे, ओम जय लक्ष्मी रमना।
प्रगट भये कलिकानन, भज को धरस दिया, स्वामी भज को धरस दिया। बुद्ध ब्राह्मण के पान के, बुद्ध ब्राह्मण के पान के, कंचन महल किया,
जय लक्ष्मी रमना,
जय लक्ष्मी
रमना, स्वामी जय लक्ष्मी रमना, स्वामी जय लक्ष्मी रमना, सत्यनारायण स्वामी, सत्यनारायण स्वामी, जनपातक हरना, ओम जय लक्ष्मी रमना।
सत्यनारायण भगवान की जय, लक्ष्मी माता की जय, गणेश भगवान की जय, तुलसी माता की जय, नवग्रह भगवान की जय। दुर्बल भील कठोर जन पर कृपा करे,
स्वामी जन पर कृपा करे, चंद्र चोर एक राजा, चंद्र चोर एक राजा,
जाकी विपत हरे,
जय लक्ष्मी रमना,
व्यास मनोरथ पाए, श्रद्धा उज धीने,
स्वामी श्रद्धा तुझ दीने, सो फल भोग्यो प्रभु जी, सो फल भोग्यो प्रभु जी, फिर स्तुति की, जय लक्ष्मी रमना।
भव भक्ति के कारण छिन छिन रूप धर्या,
स्वामी छिन छिन रूप धर्या, शारदा धरना की, शारदा धरना की,
कारज सरिया,
जय लक्ष्मी रमना,
जय लक्ष्मी
रमना, स्वामी जय लक्ष्मी रमना, स्वामी जय लक्ष्मी रमना,
सत्यनारायण
स्वामी, सत्यनारायण स्वामी, जनपातक करना, ओम जय लक्ष्मी रमना।
गबल फल संग
राजा
वन में
भक्ति करे, स्वामी वन में भक्ति करे,
मन
वांछित फल दीनो, मन वांछित फल दीनो, दीन दयोर हरे, जय लक्ष्मी रमना,
चरहत प्रसाद गवायो, काढ़ली फल मेवा,
स्वामी काढ़ली फल मेवा, धूप दीप तुलसी से, धूप दीप तुलसी से, राधे सत्य देवा, जय लक्ष्मी रमना,
श्री सत्यनारायण की स्वामी, जो कोई नर गावे,
स्वामी जो कोई नर गावे।
कहत शिवानंद स्वामी,
कहत शिवानंद स्वामी,
वन पाचित पावे।
ओम जय लक्ष्मी रमना।
जय लक्ष्मी रमना। जय लक्ष्मी रमना। We join in closing prayer. त्वमेव माता च पिता त्वमेव, त्वमेव बन्धुश्च सखा त्वमेव, त्वमेव विद्या द्रविणं त्वमेव, त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव देव। ॐ शान्ति 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 हरि ओम। सीताराम गोविंद राधे गोपाल,
राम गोविंद राधे गोपाल, राधे गोपाल हरि राधे गोपाल, राधे गोपाल हरि राधे गोपाल। राम गोविंद राधे गोपाल, राम गोविंद राधे गोपाल, राम गोविंद राधे गोपाल।
राधे गोपाल भगवान महाराज की जय। सबको जय जय सीताराम। God bless all. Please take your seats. Thank you. Thank you all very much for coming this evening. And to those of you who have joined us across the globe via the airways of Classic Radio, I thank you all for joining us here in the ashram this evening. God bless your homes, bless your families, and bless your children. Until tomorrow evening, Ayushman Bhava, live long. Sitaram.